let's continue with statistics. So in this video we will talk about measure of spread. That's where we have variation and dispersion. Okay, and they say that this is the degree to which data are scattered, okay, or dispersed about its average value. The several measures of spread are: number one, we have the range, the mean deviation, the interquartile range, variation, and standard deviation. These are the four of them we have under measure of spread. Okay, we have the range, the mean deviation, standard deviation, variation, and interquartile range. Okay, the first question here said, which of the following is not a measure of dispersion? You know, the measures of dispersion are: number one, the range, then the interquartile range. That is the two ranges we have, the range and the interquartile range. Then we now have the mean deviation, the standard deviation, and the variance. Okay, so that is the four of them. You need the five of them you need to know. Okay, so that is that. So let's take the first one, the range. Now, range is simply the highest minus the lowest. That's all. Once you hear range, just know that is what? The highest minus the lowest. That's all. So range equals what? Highest minus lowest. As simple as that. Example. Statistics is the simplest topic you can do. Okay, so example, they said the ages of 10 students in a class are 15, 16, 15 again, 5, 17, 14.9, 14.5, 15.1, 15.2, 14.8. Okay, so find the range. Find the range. Solution. So I told you that range is simply the highest minus the lowest. So the highest we have here is 17 minus the lowest we have here is 14.1. That's the lowest. Where is 14.1? Do we have 14.1 here? We have 15, 16. Okay, 5. So the lowest here is 5. So what do you have? You have that the range is what? Is 12. Okay. So that is that. The next one, number 2. Number 2 said a group of numbers are written in ascending order. They've given you an expo, an ascending order of magnitude. Magnitude means size. Magnitude. Okay, as x minus 2, 8, 5 plus x, 12, x plus 14. Then I say find the range. So you don't need to stress yourself, since they say that it's an ascending order. Ascending means from the smallest to the highest. So, and we know that range is what? The highest, which is the last one I'm seeing, because of the fact they say that it is in ascending order, minus the lowest, which is what? X minus 2. You have to put it in bracket because minus is powerful. So it will now be what? X plus 14 minus x plus 2. Because minus times this minus x, minus times this plus 2. So I'm having that what? 16 is the average, because x minus x 0. 14 plus 2 is what? 16. So that is that. You see, very, very simple something. So the next one we'll look at is another example. Another example said the table below The table below shows the frequency f of some children of age x years. Okay, I now have that x and f. 1, they are 3 in number. 2, they are 4 in number. 3, they are 5 in number. 5, they are 7 in number. 6, 7, and 8, and they are 6, 5, and 4 in number. So they now said that we should find the mode, find the range. We don't need their frequency. Range means the highest age person minus the lowest. So I have what? 7. So the range there is simply 7. Okay, so the next thing we'll talk about is the interquartile range. Interquartile, from range we will now get the interquartile range. We have interquartile and semi-quartile. So let's talk about the two of them. Interquartile and semi-interquartile. No, semi means half of it. Interquartile range, semi-interquartile range. Okay, now interquartile range, they say this is the division of the cumulative frequency. This is the division of cumulative frequency into 4 portions. Okay, this is the cumulative, that is for interquartile, the cumulative frequency distribution of some the frequency of a particular thing in 4 portions. In fact, what I mean by 4, divide by 4. Okay, so the lowest, the first one we have is the lowest, or the lower quartile. We have the lower, the middle, and the upper. The lower quartile is simply, we call it Q1. And it's equal to what? 1/4 of the cumulative frequency. Very simple sum. I will show you, it's very simple. The next one is middle one, the middle quartile. The middle quartile, we represent it as Q2, and is 2/4. So this is the middle, 2/4. Everything is over 4. 2/4 of what? The cumulative frequency. Okay, then the final one is the upper quartile. And the upper quartile, we call it Q3. Okay, Q3 is what? 3/4 of the cumulative frequency. Okay, as simple as that. Now let us solve question to understand what we are saying. Okay, now the semi of them. Okay, first of all, let's get the what? The interquartile range. From here we can get the interquartile range. Interquartile range. Interquartile range, simply, don't forget what is range. Range means the highest minus the lowest. So it will be the what? Q3 minus what? Q1. As simple as that. Q3 minus Q1. Why the semi interquartile range is, first of all, get the interquartile range, then divide it by 2, because it's semi means divided by 2. As simple as that. So let's solve some calculation for you to understand what I'm saying. This thing is very, very simple. Look at the question here. They said the max of a certain number of students in a class. The max of a certain number of students in a class, okay, we have 6, 7, 8, 12, 15, 8, 9, 5, 28, 15, 17, and 21. Okay, they now said find the semi interquartile range. Semi interquartile range. Okay, so solution. First of all, we are going to get the cumulative frequency. So let us get the frequency, then the cumulative frequency. So let me arrange it vertically like this. So I'm having my x, my frequency, and then my cumulative frequency. Okay. So the smallest number here is 6. And how many are they? They are just 1 in number. Okay. The smallest number is 5. Where is 5? Okay, 5. Yes. I have 5. We have 6. We have 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, 17, 21, and 28. Okay, so these are what we have. And how many times they occurred is 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, okay, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so our cumulative frequency, in fact, permit me to draw it here. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, 17, 21, 28. That is my x. Then my f is how many they occurred. I have 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so that is it. Now the cumulative frequency is very simple. To cumulate something means to add it up. Okay, 1 plus 1, the first one is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1. That's where I'm starting. Then that last answer plus this one again is 2. That last answer plus this one again is 3. That last answer plus this 2 again is 5. That last answer plus 1 is 6. That last answer plus 1 is 7. That last answer plus 2 is 9. That last answer plus 1 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. Plus 1 is 12. So this is my cumulative frequency. Okay, this is my cumulative frequency. So what do I have now? So the quartile, let's get our quartile. Q1. The lower quartile, the lower quartile, which is what? Q1. And Q1, we say that the formula for Q1 is what? 1 over 4 of the cumulative frequency. 1 over 4 of the last number here, the cumulative frequency is what? 12, which is what? 3. Okay? Now, the upper quartile. We don't need the middle quartile. We don't need it. Because our range is simply the upper minus the lower. So we need the upper one. The upper quartile. So which is what? 3 over what? 4. Because the other one is 2 over 4. Of what? The cumulative frequency, which is what? 12. So what do we have now? 4 here, 3. 3 times 3, 9. So therefore, my first of all, my interquartile range. Interquartile. The interquartile simply means Q3 minus what? Q1, which is what? 9 minus 3, which is what? 6. Then the semi interquartile. Semi means what? The interquartile divided by 2, which is what? 6 divided by 2, which is what? 3. As simple as that. Very, very simple. So, okay, sorry, I made a mistake. Sorry, we don't use frequency. Frequency is only showing us the position. Sorry, this is a mistake. Frequency is only showing us the the position. So this is the 9th position. Sorry, this is the what? 6th position. So at the 9th position, what do we have at the 9th position? The 9th position. So let's start adding. This plus okay, look at it. At the 9th position, we are having at the x. X is what we are using, please. So we don't use frequency. Frequency simply means the number of times they occur. So at the 9th position, I'm having 15 minus. At the 3rd position, I'm having 7. Okay, that is my what? That is my, what am I saying? Sorry, this one is. So I'm having this minus this. 13 minus this will give you what? Will give me 8. So the semi now, the semi interquartile range, semi interquartile range is equal to what? In range, we don't use frequency. Frequency is only showing us where the position will land. Okay, we are using our x. So I'm having what? 8 divided by 2, which is what? 4. So that is that. Sorry for the error. So let's solve another question so that you will understand better. Let's solve another question so that you understand better. Okay. The next question we are going to solve, they say the table below. The table below gives the shoe size. The shoe sizes of 12 students in a class. So we now have the size of the students. Size. And then the number of students. Okay? And the size there is 4. I'm having 3, 6, 2, 7, 4, 9, 2, 14, 1. Okay. So then I said find the semi-interquartile range. Find the semi-interquartile range. Okay. So let us find it. It's very, very simple to find. The same thing here. Your x, your f, and your what? Cumulative frequency. Okay. So this one, I'm having that x there is 4, and the frequency is the number they are, which is what? 3. The other one is 6, and they are 2 in number. 7, they are 4. 9, they are 2, and 14, they are 1. Now the cumulative frequency, cumulate means keep adding. So 0 plus 3 is 3. That's where you start from. Then that 3 plus 2 is 5. That 5 plus 4 is 9. That 9 plus 2 is 11. Then 11 plus 1 is what? 12. I have gotten that one. So what's the next thing you are going to do? Let's get our Q1. Our Q1, remember what Q1 is? That is the lower quartile. The lower quartile. Okay, the lower quartile is giving us 1 over 4 times that cumulative frequency, which is 12. Which 1 over 4 times 12 is giving me 3. That is this is the 3rd position, TRD. The 3rd position. So the next one is Q3, which is the upper one. Okay, the upper one is what? 3 over 4. We don't need the second one now. 3 over 4 times what? The same 12, which will give me what? The 9th. Okay, the 9th. Now, the 9th position. So what do we do now? So let's check again. The 3rd position in the cumulative frequency is giving me what? The 3rd position in the cumulative is giving me 4. So I'm having that my interquartile range is simply what? Q3 minus Q1, and Q3 is the 9th position. This is the 9th position, and I'm having 7 there, minus the 3rd position, and I'm having 4 there. So what do you have? I'm having what? 3. So the semi now means The semi is simply divided by 2. So let me clean here. The semi means the interquartile range divided by 2. Semi interquartile range means the interquartile range, which is 3 divided by 2, which is what? 1.5. As simple as that. Okay, so let's take more questions so that it will be very clear. Let's take more questions so that it will be very, very clear. Or let's enter the next one, mean deviation. Let me check my time. Okay, mean deviation. Mean deviation. Now, mean deviation is simply the summation of now in mean deviation. Listen, for normal mean x bar, okay, normal mean x bar is simply what? Summation what? F of x divided by summation f. Don't forget this formula. Or you just add all of them, divide by the number they are. That is for mean. But in mean deviation, we need to get that x minus x bar. We need to get this thing, x minus x bar. So mean deviation is simply the summation of absolute value of x minus x bar divided by summation f, or divided by n. Sometimes we use summation f, or divided by n, the number they are. Okay, let me use summation f. Summation f is simply the number they are. Sometimes you can use n, it's the same thing. But what do we mean by absolute value? Absolute value means that any answer we are getting must be positive. Any answer we are getting must be positive. We don't need anything that is not positive. Okay, any answer that we are getting must be positive. So let us solve some problems so that you will understand them very well. Okay, so for mean deviation, the first question we are going to ask, they say find the mean deviation of 2, 4, 6, 5 and 3. Very simple. The first thing you must find is their mean. You must find them. Is a must that you find their mean. So, but let us just arrange it first. Okay, let us just arrange it. I'm having my x. Okay, the next thing you are going to have is let me call it f. Let me call it f. Then I'm going to have f of x. Then x bar, x minus x bar. But this one's, if I start doing this thing, you may get confused. Since it's not a frequency distribution question, just go straight to the point. The first thing to get is the mean, and the mean means add everything divided by 2. So what do I have? 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 3 divided by how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 5. So if you do that, you're going to get that the mean is what? 20 divided by 5, which is equal to what? 4. This is their mean. Okay, now, but don't forget that what? Mean deviation is simply the summation of what? Absolute value of what? X minus x bar all over the number they are. Okay, so summation means you'll be adding it. So now x minus x bar means each of them, pick them and be subtracting it from the mean you got. Each of them subtract from the mean. Each of them subtract from the mean. So I will say 2 minus 4. Listen, each of these things subtract it from the mean. So 2 minus 4 will give me minus 2. But we don't take negative, we make it positive, which is what? Just 2 plus, okay, 4 minus 4, 0, plus 6 minus 4, 2, plus 5 minus 4, 1, plus 3 minus 4, minus 1. But we don't take negative, we just take 1. Then everything divided by they are 5 in number. So my answer is now 2 plus 2, 4, 5, 6, which is 6 over what? 6 over 5. So that is that. And 6 over 5, you say will give you 1.2. So it's not difficult. It's not difficult. Very, very simple. Okay? Very, very simple. So we'll take one more question and then we move to mean deviation of frequency distribution table. Okay? We still have time. Still have 5 minutes. Okay. So let's take another question. The another question here says calculate the mean deviation of the numbers. Okay, calculate the mean deviation of the numbers so calculate the mean deviation of the numbers, and the numbers they gave us is 0, comma, minus 1, comma, minus 3, comma, 4, comma, 5, comma, 1. Okay, now the first thing we need to get is their mean, and their mean, which is x bar, is equal to what? 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 1 divided by how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 6. Okay, so what do we have now? We are now having that 5, 6, 10 minus this 7 minus 1 is 6. So I'm having 6 divided by 6, 6 over 6, which is what? 1. Their mean deviation is 1. So their mean is 1. Okay, but mean deviation is simply each of these things minus the mean. Each of these things minus the mean. So 0 minus 1. In fact, let me write it out. 0 minus 1 plus each of them minus 1 minus 1 plus each of them minus 3 minus 1 plus each of them 4 minus 1. Okay, each of them plus. In fact, what I'll be using is absolute value. I'll be using absolute value so that I will remember that, and after getting the last answer, I must make it positive. So absolute value is what I'll use, not comma. Absolute value. Absolute value. So let me continue. So absolute value of the next one is what? 5. 5 minus 1 absolute value plus the last one 1 minus 1. Okay, divided by, they are 6 in number. So what do I have? 0 minus 1 is minus 1. So make it positive, it becomes 1 because of the absolute value. Minus 1 is minus 2. Then make it positive, you take what? 2 plus minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. Take the positive, 4 plus 4 minus this 3 plus 5 minus 1 4 plus 1 minus 1 0. Then divided by what? 6. So what do we have now? 1, 3, 7, 10, 14. So I'm having what? 14 divided by 6. So that is that. And 14 divided by 6 is giving me 2.33. See? So mean deviation is very, very simple. So what we now enter is now mean deviation of frequency distribution table. That's the next thing we are entering. Mean deviation of what? Frequency distribution table. So, and it's going to be in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you.